Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted by federal grand jury. That's what we woke up to today. New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted. Now, I'm going to play a video, let you check it out. But before that, make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed and hit the notification bell. If you're already subscribed, hit the notification bell. And you already know the like is a must. All right. All right, you know what it is. Unique Mecca audio, man. We woke up to Eric Adams, who gave the key to the city to Puff Daddy, aka Diddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Love, had to request the key back. Diddy gets arrested. Everyone is wondering if he's talking. They've been investigating Eric Adams for corruption. We're going to play the tape, like I said, in a minute, but I just want to give you all a brief what's going on. So now, this is the first time in history that a sitting mayor has been indicted. This is New York City's second black mayor. The first one was Mayor Dinkins. He did a great job. I remember that. You know, I'm an old 60-year-old man, right? A lot of money was in, New York City at that time. And matter of fact, Mayor Koch is the one that started selling the buildings for $1 if you could show that you have enough money in your account to fix up the building. But being that we was drug dealers, we did not deal with bank accounts at that time because they was tracing the currency. Anything over 10 grand, if you spent in America, had to be reported to the IRS, and then they come in. So we dropped the ball. We didn't buy the buildings, right? Mayor Koch, then Mayor Dinkins picked it up, and so on and so on. Y'all put it in the comments if you know anything about it. Let's enlighten the youth. But now let's play this video and see what's going on with Eric Adams, man.
New York Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted by a federal grand jury, according to sources familiar with the matter. Let's go straight to senior investigative correspondent Aaron Kontersky on the phone with the very latest. Aaron, what can you tell us?
Byron, we just heard a statement from Mayor Adams saying, "I always knew that if I stood my ground for New Yorkers, that I would be a target, and a target I became."
Don't that sound like a book out of Trump's card? Trump is teaching everybody how to be a politician. You can hate him all you want. But the same way Trump tells his base that they're attacking him because he's defending them, Eric Adams is now saying they're attacking him because he's defending them meaning New Yorkers. That indictment will be dropped by the time this video airs. But I just wanted to put my people up on what time it is. Our second black mayor has been indicted, the first time in New York history that a sitting mayor has been indicted. So now they got to take him in the courtroom in order to open this indictment, because they bring him in the courtroom, right? Let's ride. I'm going to tell you how this works. They got an indictment. So that means he has to show up at the courtroom, right? They're not going to do him like they did Diddy and just go arrest him and march him out, because that's the mayor. But they wanted Diddy to know that he's just one of us, so they marched him out in handcuffs. So the mayor will go down to the courthouse today. When he go down to the courthouse, they're going to open the indictment. They're going to say what it is. He's going to come out, and he's going to make a press conference. I'm going to do another video on it. But I just want y'all to pay attention to what's happening. Don't get caught up by these indictments. Pay attention to the election and go out and exercise your right to vote. That's all I'm telling you. Not telling you who to vote for. Go out and exercise your right to vote. Because that's what all of this is, a smokescreen. Now, they seize phones and all that. Listen to this.
If I am charged, I am innocent, and I will fight this with every ounce of my strength and spirit. A statement of defiance a moment ago from Mayor Adams to ABC News after word came that he has been indicted by a federal grand jury in New York. Byron, this follows a 10-month investigation into corruption. It began with an investigation into the mayor's fundraising from his 2021 campaign and whether his campaign took illegal foreign money, particularly from Turkey, in exchange for official favors by Eric Adams. And
now, what do you think those favors are? Think those were Diddy favors? Luxury cruise favors? Jewelry favors? We seen one politician, congressman or a senator get, you know what I mean, get kicked out because he took gold bars and cash. I want to know, why are they dropping this now so close to the election? Before the election, days before the election, they're indicting, you know, the mayor of New York City for the first time in New York City history. And then did he get arrested a few days? What's coming out next? All kinds of distractions.
the investigation has more recently ballooned into a broader corruption inquiry involving some of his top deputy mayors and others in his inner circle.
Yeah, you think Eric Adams gonna throw his top people under the bus to save his ass? Or you think they already threw Eric under the bus to save their ass? The second look like it might be true because there's an indictment on you know who, Mr. Adams. Pay attention, man. You see what you're looking at on the screen. I wonder if it's an attack.
And we all recall that months ago, I think, authorities seized his phone and members of his administration. Is this part of that investigation?
It is, and it was a highly provocative step back in November when federal agents stopped a vehicle outside an event where the mayor had been speaking. They asked his driver to step aside. Federal agents got in the car with him, and at that point seized his electronic devices that were on his person. The mayor subsequently turned over other electronic devices, and in more recent weeks, the feds have raided the homes of two deputy mayors. They've seized the phone of the police commissioner, the schools chancellor, both of whom have resigned. It's not immediately clear whether anyone else has also been indicted along with the mayor, but a number of people in his top echelon of the administration had become subjects of the investigation.
Now, let's run this back. The mayor, look at him like a entertainer right now. Look at him like a Michael Jackson, right? Michael Jackson's performing a concert because, you know, we like to ride. We like to ride at the Mecca. Michael Jackson's performing a concert, right? And he leaves the concert, and when he comes out the concert, FBI agents surround his entourage. They politely get in the car with him and say, "Look, Mike, get Bubbles off your lap and turn over your cell phone. As a matter of fact, give me Bubbles' cell phone too. You might have been using Bubbles' cell phone, you know." So they pulled up on Eric Adams after he did a speech and stopped him outside. Everybody's watching the entourage leave, waving the American flag, and they pull over the mayor's vehicle and say, "Come here, man. You violated. You pissed somebody off because they're getting you for what everyone does. So that means you pissed somebody off, so they throwing you to the wolves. They want to bring you down and strip you in the town hall. Stitch you out, strip them down to the Statue of Liberty or something. Let all the New Yorkers crowd around and watch it. That's what they really doing to this man here. How do you feel about that? Y'all put that in the comments. How do you feel about the way this is playing out with Eric Adams right now? And, Diddy and, just everything coming out now a couple of weeks before the election. Somebody tell me, do you know how powerful this election is for us as a people worldwide. You know, just letting you know, man. Let's go.
Give us some context about this. These are federal charges against the sitting mayor of the largest city in the United States, New York City. How significant is this, and how deep will this go, do you think?
New York has a long and storied political history, some of it rife with corruption, Byron, but never before has a sitting mayor ever been charged with federal crimes.
Well, why now? Weeks before the biggest election of our lifetime. That's all I want to know.
If I stood my ground for New Yorkers, that I would be a target and a T News after word came that he has been indicted by a federal grand jury in New York. Byron, this follows a 10-month investigation into corruption. It began with an investigation into the mayor's fundraising from his 2021 campaign and whether his campaign took illegal foreign money, particularly from Turkey, in exchange for official favors by Eric Adams. And the investigation has more recently ballooned into a broader corruption inquiry involving some of his top deputy mayors and others in his inner circle.
I wanted you to hear that again.
That were on his
That's
person.
all.
The mayor subsequently turned over other electronic devices. And
how significant is this, and how deep will this go, do you think?
Check now. Let's bring it back.
New York has a long and storied political history, some of it rife with corruption, Byron, but never before has a sitting mayor ever been charged with federal crimes. Mayors have been charged after they've left office, like Rudy Giuliani most recently, because of his entanglements with former President Trump. But a sitting mayor of New York has never been charged with a crime until now. Adams has stacked his administration with a number of loyalists, with people who he is known from his days as a police captain, a number of high-profile individuals, including his chief counsel, had advised him that perhaps he wanted to jettison some of those people, but he has always remained steadfast and loyal. He has said he has done nothing wrong, and he has known of no wrongdoing in the ranks of his administration. Federal prosecutors, Byron, clearly tonight disagree.
I mean, certainly we'll hear along with the mayor what these charges are tomorrow, but talk about Mayor Eric Adams. He was someone in the Democratic Party seen a few years ago just as a rising star, as you said, a longtime police officer in New York City. He walked the streets. He was a beat cop, rose to captain. And so many saw his ascension to mayor's office as this fast-moving star in the Democratic Party. That all now seems at best in jeopardy, if not over.
Oh, he was touted as the new face of the Democratic Party, someone who could be tough on crime, but also sympathetic to many of the social issues that are many more liberal New Yorkers hold dear. And it was an interesting field from which he emerged. A number of those on the left he was able to defeat, arguing that they weren't going to be tough enough to deal with the city, and he faced a Republican opponent in a talk show host who never was able to garner enough public support, and he ran on a platform of getting stuff done. Of late, he has changed the way New Yorkers take out the trash by making a lot of garbage go out on the curb later so rats don't get to it. He's ordered businesses to get garbage cans with lids, and he has also tried to steer the city through the end of the pandemic, which has, I think, probably hurt his stated agenda a bit as the city had to recover financially and also had to deal with what had been a rise in crime.
An historic night in New York politics, Aaron. As you said, Aaron Katersky, thank you so very much. We now go back to ABC News Live Prime in progress.
Now, so that's where we at. Eric Adams has been, how they say it, he's been indicted with a secret indictment that they're going to drop today. So everyone will see what it is in a minute, and nobody can say nothing that they didn't know about it, because we bring you all the news here at Unique Mecca Audio, right? Just so you understand. Now, Eric Adams, he's our second black mayor. Here it is, weeks before the biggest election of our lifetime. And now he's been indicted by a federal grand jury at that. Do you think Trump will pardon him when he get in? Put that in the comments. It's just a question. Just like to, give it something to talk about. Do you think Trump will pardon Eric Adams and P. Diddy, when he get in? And R. Kelly? Put it in the comments. That's going to be an interesting one to see because we know that Trump is known to go, his way, just to say it. But like I said, the breaking news, Eric Adams, our second black mayor, has been indicted by a federal grand jury for the first time in New York City history. Has a sitting mayor been indicted? And this will also go down in history as a talking point, what they call water cooler talks, or they call barnyard talk. We just get around a little fire, you know what I mean? And, you just speak whatever is on your mind. So they're going to speak on, isn't it odd that they dropped the indictment from 3 years ago, 3 weeks approximately till the biggest election of our time? Because in another 50 years, they're going to look back at us and we'll be like the John F. Kennedys and the John Reagan era. You know what I mean? We're going to be the Obama, Trump, Biden era. And they're going to research us. And they're going to look back at all the gun violence and then look at countries like Australia where they might have 2 deaths a year with a gun. And over here where they got millions. Come on, man. What is really going on? I just want everyone to know that you're part of history. You are being studied by your actions. In 50 years, they're going to look back at the election. They're going to look back at what the young man tried to do to Donald Trump over there in Pennsylvania with the ear. Don't want to get in it. They're going to look back at all of that. And they're going to look back at the violence in Chicago, in Memphis, in Atlanta, in New York, in Pennsylvania, in Philly, in the urban communities. But the question is, where would or will the urban community be in 50 years? Will we be successful and have pulled ourselves up out of the crab barrel by then? Will we have pulled ourselves out the crab barrel? I say the crab barrel because every time one of us go up, hey, Diddy, bring your ass back down. You know what I mean? This is the way it works. And for the record, I'm not defending Diddy. I'm just using that name, but I'm saying anybody that make it, all our other entertainers, all your favorite entertainers, your big names, your Jay-Z, your Kanye West, you see they already got a bullseye headed at them. There's an arrow going at them. You one of us, and you make it out the crab barrel, and now we have social media where we could put your own people to tear you down so we could sit back like our hands are clean and then move in and take your companies, your corporations, your liquor company, your apparel brand, your recording studio. What does any of that have to do with a freak off? Somebody make it make sense to me, because this is not making any sense. But we have to come together, people. When one make it, that don't mean that the hole is closed. That just means that now it's a hairline crack in the wall, and another one, and another one, and another 10, 20, 100,000 could go through, and we could all be successful. That's why I don't understand. You sit here, right? Okay, let's ride, man. Let's ride. I feel like riding. Let me ride real quick. You sit here and you get a plaque for your accomplishment after being in prison 26 years. After serving 26 years in federal prison, you create a new lane and you're doing something legal and you get a plaque from YouTube for 100,000 subscribers, right? Now, instead of your comrades that's in the same genre and field as you being happy for you, reach out to you because your number is on the screen and say, hey, I got 20,000, 50,000 subscribers. You got 112. You know, let's collaborate and do something so you can introduce me to your audience and I can introduce you to my audience of 50,000 because I'm sure there's at least 10 over here on my channel that don't know who you are. And, you know, you got at least 50 that don't know me, but you know, when I blow, you know, from you helping me and the other people I'm going to reach out to, then, you know what I mean? You could come on my joint, you know? But right now, I like to go on your joint. That's how players do. Round of applause to the players. Round of applause to the players. Relax, relax. Relax, y'all. That's how players do. You understand? But instead, they go on YouTube and act like there's only one channel allowed and everybody's only going to watch that one channel. When they're done watching Unique Mecca audio, they go over to another channel. When they're done with that program, they go and surf to another channel and they spend hours a day doing that. So there's room for all of us to eat without having to eat each other's backs out. My number, 917-680-9091 is on the screen. Bang, freeze it. Use it. I have 112,000 subscribers and I'm here for my people. It's not my subscribers. It's our subscribers. So if any of y'all trying to do something and, you know what I mean, you need my assistance with our 112,000 subscribers, feel free to reach out to me. As long as you're not a rat bastard or flip-flop laying in public trouble, we good. Cop the book of Rowan Harlem on the screen. At rowanharlem.com, that's the website, rowanharlem.com. It's at Amazon and all that too. And you'll see the merch. Matter of fact, do I have a shirt over here? Let me show y'all what the merch look like real quick, man. I feel like just chilling with my peoples today. You know? We got you have the right to remain silent, shut the F up shirts. At rowanharlem.com, the website. Then we got, all right, I ain't even know I was going to do this. I just be spontaneous. Then we got the logo shirt, the MAE joint. All right. Go to the website. That's what it is. Let's make it happen. We in the house. Again, Eric Adams, our second black mayor, has been indicted for the first time as a sitting mayor in New York City by a federal grand jury. That's what you woke up to. The indictment is out. I wanted to fill you in on what's happening. Don't my program look nice? Do I get a round of applause, damn it? Do I get a round of applause? Look how nice the joint look, man. Look how nice my joint look. And this is where I take the time to thank all of y'all that looked out with a Cash App. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. See, they don't understand what it is because they was used to, before I came home, everybody on YouTube bragging about how much millions they got. Yeah, I made millions, but the feds took it. I wound up with nothing. You see Diddy? In 30 years, when you see Diddy, Diddy's going to talk about what he had. you're going to remember what he had. That's why they remember what I had. But I don't need to talk about the streets, talk about it, because when I had it, I made sure everybody eat. And that's why God blessed me with a second chance. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Let's come together. The Cash App is on the screen. I don't care if it's $5, $10. You know, look how you helped me build a studio for me to give you this great content. And again, you get a round of applause. All right? Been on here long enough, man. I just wanted to tap out, let y'all see what time it is. And I appreciate you. And let me show you. I'm going to take you on a ride through the studio. Check it out. We also got this screen here. You know what I mean? We got this screen here, which is the whole screen. You know what I mean? That's for the video. I could play the video, da-da-da-da. And then we got the main scene, where I could just be in New York City with the skyline behind me chilling. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll take you on a little tour real quick, right? So now, while we sitting there, I could also, you know, let's say I'm doing a news report. I could bring the crime scene in. You see what I'm saying? I could bring the crime scene in. And let's say I want to do a nighttime crime scene. Something happened at night. You know what I mean? I just hit him with that. It's nice to join this, and I thank you for the cash. I feel good when I donate to other channels because I know they're going to use the money to make it grow and bring me better content. I feel great even thinking about it because I just can't wait to see what they do next. But anyway, been on here long enough. Let me take it back to the joint that that we used originally. Cop the book of Rowan Harlem at rowanharlem.com. The merchandise is at rowanharlem.com, and it's on the bottom of the YouTube website. Let's tap out. All right.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What?
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself linked in. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be whoring uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can get